can help. My name is Sima and thank you for tuning in. Today I'd first like to start by thanking everyone who has been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I see the growth and I see you. So thank you. I appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about social work. March is considered social work month. So I said to myself, why not use this time to dedicate this video to celebrate social work month? Stay tuned. There are a lot of misconceptions about social work out there. I've heard so many things about social work. What do social workers do? I only think they only work for child protective services, or they only work at school. They remove kids. So people are a little bit, I think, confused as to what social work is. So today we will be bringing some clarity to that. When you hear individual, family, community, often you ask, what type of individual? What type of family? What consists of these communities? You want the person to specify and explain because it's broad and vague. Social work is as diverse as individual, family, and communities. What do social workers do? Social workers are responsible for helping individual, families, and groups with problems they face throughout their lives. Social workers can work on a macro level. For example, they can work on research studies, program development, leading community development initiatives, or planning intervention to reduce a certain challenge a community may be facing. For example, poverty, or bringing awareness of HIV, educating the community on different challenges they may be facing. It could be child abuse, I mean, you name it. So these opportunities are just endless. Many social workers specialize in working with a particular population or working in a specific setting. Now there's this misconception that being a social worker entails working one-on-one with clients, or there's this picture they have in their head of a social worker sitting at a desk with a client, and that's just what they think a social worker does. There is more to social work than you may think. Now let's talk about some career paths, some positions a social worker may consider having as a profession. We'll start with management and administration. Social work administrator typically work in private or public agencies that deliver services to clients. Now, in this particular field, it will be beneficial for the social worker to have some knowledge on social policy and service delivery. Another option is geriatric social work. Here, social workers work with the older population, helping them identify issues they may be having, linking them to services, and most importantly, advocating for them, making sure that they're being treated fairly and not being taken advantage of. Another option you have as a social worker. Child welfare. Child welfare social workers typically specialize in building on the strength of families and help them provide a safe and nurturing environment for children, educating them on what maltreatment is, what abuse is, and how to prevent neglect and abuse. Another option you have as a social worker. Another option social workers may consider as a career path is working with the disabled. Developmental disability. Social workers who work with this population typically advocate for clients, educate their caregivers on their rights, on their legal rights, and link them to services that may help them live as independent as possible. Healthcare is another option for social workers. Social workers who work in the healthcare field typically work in hospitals, nursing homes, or rehabilitation centers. In this field, social workers advocate for clients or educate them on their health and wellness. Then you have school social work. School social workers serve as a connection for home, school, and community. They help students with their emotional, educational, and developmental needs. I actually worked at a school my last year of grad school. I was there as an intern. And I remember being assigned a class, the class where they usually assigned students who are having some behavior issues in class. And we talked about different topics. They didn't get a number grade. They just got a pass or fail grade. And if we had any issues with attendance, we contacted the families. And it was a great experience, I would say. Something to consider. Politics is another option for social workers. Social workers who work in politics usually play a leadership role in local, state, or federal agencies. And here, usually they hold position in elective offices. Last but not least, mental health. Social workers in the mental health field can work in administrative roles or as clinicians. They work with individual, families, or groups suffering from mental illnesses. They help them explore different options to treatment, different coping skills, and link them to various services, educate the families, provide family session, individual session, and sometimes group sessions as well. If you have clients who have the same diagnosis, mental health diagnosis, you can, have a group and they could all come and just brainstorm ideas, share their challenges, and, share different coping skills with one another as well. Now, you have it. The list of career paths that I just listed are just a few of many. So please, if you lose interest in one area of social work, consider another one. You just saw there's so many other options in social work that you may consider as an option. Do not allow outside influence to dictate whether you should be a social worker or not. And as far as social workers don't make money, that's a whole other topic, because that is also false. There are ways to make money as a social worker. So look forward to it in next videos. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ciao.